I went back to Woodside for a second session with Rima, the 18-year-old Zweibrücken mare who had a serious fall while lunging and injured her right stifle with a huge swelling and hematoma. I documented my first session with Rima in the video Equine Bodywork for Challenging Horses. She was not an easy one to work with. She was very defensive, was biting and kicking when you approached her the wrong way. Everybody was a little bit scared of her and didn't really know what to do with her. We got a lot done in that first session, got some nice progress. She was way more mellow and friendly. We were able to touch her leg at the end of the session, and everybody was more comfortable of dealing with her. She is a very strong and determined mare and has the reputation to be a little bit unpredictable. As you can see here, you kind of don't really know if she explodes suddenly. But when I looked at that video again and slowed down the speed, I realized that she actually fell in on that stifle she injured and then just spooked and ran away. So there's still some serious issues and pain. She also moves that leg a little funny once in a while. But overall, she improved a lot, and her owner started riding her and is happy about the progress. She is more going forward, less scary, and definitely on her way to healing. I got a pleasant surprise when I started the session. I just took the lead rope in my hand and Rima started licking and chewing without me doing anything. So I take that as a compliment for a good session the last time. When I would describe Rima's personality is that she always gives me a no first and then reconsiders and actually licks and chews and still releases a little bit. But she definitely needs the option to choose if she wants to be worked on or not. So she needs the possibility to say no, to walk away, to make circles, to go graze, because otherwise there's no way of working with her. So she's not the horse you just can tie on and work with her. You need to find common ground, and here, so okay, first try. So I tried to convince her that we're going to work now for a while first. And she always gives in and lets me work some, but then she feels like, no, that's not what I want and I need a break. And we found a good rhythm with each other, but we needed a lot of space and there's a lot of movement in front of the camera. Rima still places a lot of weight onto her forelegs, and since she's not really interested in letting me touch her back, I start on the head and start releasing occiput and atlas and the poll, and find a way to connect with her and start the session. My sessions are a collaboration and a teamwork, so we allow for release, but we also allow for no's and resistance. And here we're trying to reconnect again after a little break of walking around. And the first no's kind of slowly went away and she kind of agreed again to keep working together. In her first session, she would have never let me lift her leg, so that she gave me permission this time to start releasing her forehand. That was a big deal, and I happily took that possibility. I first touched her very gently and offered her the possibility to just drop that leg into my arm, but there was a lot of movement and resistance, so I changed my approach and added a little more compression into that joint, into that shoulder, and kind of gave her the same weight she gave me so she could find that point of release. She lowered the head to some point and gave in a little bit and even allowed me to try to bring that leg towards the front. In comparison to other horses, it's not much. It's far away from a long, nice stretch, which affects all the fascia and the subcutaneous muscle behind the shoulder blade. But you can see that we're making progress, and she gives me the possibility to try to create a little bit more length. Working the top line of her back created some release and relaxation. She started chewing and licking, and finally stood still for a while and didn't feel like she needed to walk away. Discovered during my session that if I asked her to walk backwards with me, that she puts her attention back into her body and that she pays more attention to me, and still circling. I want the horse's permission to work with them, so it also involves some patience and some patience of the owner for me, walking around with the horse, doing some groundwork to find common ground again, so we can have short moments of really efficient body work in between. I was able to release some of the tension in her sacrum, could pull on her tail, worked on her right hind leg. The hamstrings were very tight. And so we made some progress, but that was only possible when she was allowed to graze along the side of the arena. I'm walking Rima in a small circle to see if she's able to step under with that stifle, and I can tell that she still has very weird motions with that right hind leg, and it's also clicking and it makes weird sounds when she moves it. So there's definitely a lot for her still to heal and to process. And hopefully next time she will give us permission to work more on her hind legs. We walked off way more relaxed than when we came, and no tripping so far, and we will see how that develops over the next month.